Okay, so now we're going to move into that physical practice to help support digestion, physical, mental, emotional, energetic digestion. All right, I did a little talk on it, and now we're going to put it to practice. Okay, so reminder that this is what we call a Samana practice. So Samana means bringing those subtle forces to the center of the body. We are going to do a little bit of a practice of flow. So coming to the top of the mat, we're going to inhale up and just kind of open up the body, help us release from the day, release down. And then you're going to take the arms and then open up to the sides. Just go right to the side and then release. Inhale up. And then exhale, bringing your hands back to the heart. Good. And then we open up the arms to the other side. Good. Open up to the other side. Good. Swing the arm around and come back up. Inhale up. And then exhale, we sit. And then open up the arms. Go right into that opening and rotation. Swing the arm around. Inhale, reach. And then exhale down, hands to the heart. And we rotate. Open up. And then release. Inhale. Last time. Exhale, sit. Inhale, open. Exhale, swinging the arm around. Inhale up. Exhale, sit. Inhale, open. And swing the arm around. So the yoga postures that we want to do that help with assimilation are postures that are rotating, hands to the heart, standing tall. Inhale up. Rotations, and also postures where you're on your tummy. Exhale all the way down. And then inhale, add an extension. We're going to step back into down dog. Drop down onto your knees and release back. And then rotate to one side. And then rotate, come up, and then rotate to the other side. And then come up. Exhale down, shift forward and lower. Lift up Bhujanasana and take it back, Adho Mukha Savasana. Down dog. Then we're going to do that again. Drop down onto your knees, shift back. Good, and rotate. Come back up, reach. And down, and rotate. Reach. And then go forward, down, shifting forward into plank, lower. Lift up Bhujanasana. And then take it back. Adho Mukha Savasana. Picking up your right leg, stepping it forward, drop the back knee. And then take the right arm and lift it straight up, 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 up. And then we're going to rotate. Follow your wrist with that thumb and then bring it back. And then step back, down dog. Drop down onto your knees. This time we keep the toes curled under. Release back and rotate. Good, come up. And down and rotate to the other side. And then up. And down, and we shift into plank, or you can modify to the knees. Lower. Lift up Bhujanasana. Good, take it back. Adho Mukha Savasana, down dog. Picking up the left leg and we step it forward. Drop the knee. And now your left hand comes up and your eyes are going to follow that hand. Follow the hand. Good, and then come up and down. Step back, down dog. Drop down onto your knees again. Shift back. Okay, so this time, when you rotate, you're going to reach up and rotate. Go back Good, or your hand could go to your sacrum. And then release. Flatten out your toes all the way down. Come back up, reach. Now the left hand comes up and rotate either hand to the sacrum or to your heel. And then release and go down, shifting into plank. Lower. Lift up, Bhujanasana. Good, take it back, Adho Mukha Savasana. Hold it here for a few breaths. Hold it there. So even out your breath. And we want to do a balanced breath. So become aware of what's going on with your breath. You want to inhale 4 counts, exhale 4 counts. Balanced breath. We want to create balance in the body, in the mind. We want our effect of this practice to be one that helps us feel very balanced and centered. Good. So you're inhaling 4 counts, exhaling 4 counts. Good. And then we drop back down onto the knees. Lift up, come all the way up, reach back behind you, hand to the sacrum or to your heel. Open. Good. And then release, both hands up. Down, flatten out the feet. Come back up, curl your toes under, reach. Go back behind you, hand at the sacrum or your heel. And then release, go forward. And then shifting into plank, lower. Lift. Back down dog again, good. Now the left leg steps forward. Drop the knee. And you reach with the left hand, it comes up. Your eyes are following that hand, reach back behind you, and then come back. Step back, down dog. Good, now we're doing a little add-on. So you're gonna shift forward and lower all the way onto the tummy and lifting your legs up. So you bend at the knees, reach back behind you, interlace your fingers, and then lift. Now, if you can't interlace your fingers, you're just gonna reach. Okay, lift, reach your feet up. Okay, so we're on the tummy. This also supports digestion. All right, flatten out the legs, take it back. Good, come back up, reach up, go back behind you. Good, hi Cheryl. And then we're gonna release. Down, flatten out your feet. And come back up. Reach back behind you. And release down. Good. Shifting forward into plank. Modify to the knees if you need to. Lower. Lift. Go back down dog. Good. Now we're going to pick up the right leg, step forward for warrior 1. Drop the back heel and come up. Reach, warrior 1. Good. And then we're going to take the left hand to the ground. Now you can use a block and open up, rotating the torso. Swing that upper arm around and go into a high lunge. And then shift down, drop down into a half lunge. Now that right hand comes up, your eyes following the hand, and then take it back behind you. It's a rotation. And then lift back up. Good, step back, down dog. Drop down onto your knees. Shift back, you're gonna lift back up again, take it back. Open. Good, and then release, flatten out. Come back up, reach, left hand comes up, goes back behind you, open. And then release. Shifting into plank. You can modify to the knees if you need to. Lower. Lift up. Bhujanasana. Take it back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then stepping forward with the left leg and coming up into warrior one. Reach. Nice. Then your right hand comes down either onto a block or onto the floor. Open up. Swing the arm around and you're going to drop the back knee. So you're holding it there. Then the left hand comes forward and it goes up and your eyes follow that hand. Go back. Come back up. Down and step back. Down dog. Good. And then we shift forward and lower onto the tummy. Okay, this time you're going to reach back, grab your ankles. If you cannot grab your ankles, you can use a strap, okay, or you just reach. Flex your feet and lift everything up off the ground. Now, watch your knees. Do not let them splay to the outside. Keep them in, so squeeze those legs towards each other and lift. Now soften your face. Soften. And release. And we're going to push back now into child's pose. So big toes together. Open up your knees and release. Forehead down. Relax. Good. Completely softening the body, softening the breath. Good. All right. And then we're going to come back up into down dog. We do a little add-on here. Pick up the right leg and step forward again for warrior one. And reach up. And then we're going to drop that left hand to the ground. Again, we're rotating the torso towards the front leg. And we have a little add-on here. So we're adding Parvrita Ardha Chandrasana, so half moon with a twist. If you have a block, you take the block with you, but you reach out with that left hand. Slide your back leg in and then lift. Lift up. So you're rotating the torso to the right. Keep lifting your back leg. And then we lower, swinging that right arm around so you shift back, drop the back knee, you're back into that half lunge. Right hand comes up and your eyes again, follow that hand, reach back behind you, and you have the option of picking up the foot, bringing it in, or you can drop the hand to the low back. Keep it there. It's really up to you. Keep looking over that shoulder, the shoulder behind you. And then we release. Step back, down dog. Shifting forward into plank, lower. Lift up Bhujanasana. Curl your toes under, and then we're going to shift back. reach up, go back. So we're doing this add-on here. And then flatten out your feet, release, extended prayer. Come back up, curl your toes under and lift. Reach back behind you. Good, and then release. And again, we shift forward into plank, lower, lift, back, down dog. Left leg steps forward, warrior one, reach, and hold it there. So remember, we have an add-on. See if you could straighten those arms a little bit. So instead of being bent at the elbow, reach. Yeah, that looks great, you guys. If you have the flexibility in your shoulder girdle, bring the hands together into steeple mudra and reach up. Yeah, you got it, Patty. That looks great, you guys. Good, and then that right hand is going to drop down. Take it down and open up. So you're turning the torso towards that left leg. Keep that back leg strong. And remember, we have that add-on here. We're adding Ardha Chandrasana, Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, then you reach out with the right hand, slide your back leg in. Once you've got the hand about the distance of your torso between your foot and your hand, then you start to lift your back leg up. Keep lifting. Torso is rotated to the left. And then release down. Swing that left arm around, drop the back knee. Half lunge. Good. And then the left hand comes up, the eyes follow it, and you reach back behind you. And you have the option of picking up that foot, pulling it in for a quadricep stretch. Make sure that your weight on the leg that's behind you is above the knee. Or you can keep the foot flat and just release the hand to the low back. Turn your head and you're looking over that shoulder behind you. It's a big rotation. Relax that upper arm. Good, that looks really good, you guys. Nice. Good, and then from there, releasing out of it, swing it around and step back, down dog. We're going to shift forward and lower onto the tummy again. All right, so this time we're going to be doing opposites. So you're going to take your left hand, reach back and grab your right foot. Okay. And then your right hand reaches out. Left leg is going to lift. So you lift everything. Now I want you to turn your right thumb up and lift. Everything lifts. And then release. Good. And you're going to reach back now with your right hand to the left foot. And the left hand reaches out. Right leg, lift. Thumbs up on that left hand. Reach. Good, and then we release. Push back, down dog. Picking up the right leg, stepping forward, warrior two. And open up. So from warrior two, we're taking that back hand, rotating forward. You can lift your back heel, you're in a lunge. So you're turning the torso, high lunge. Another rotation. We want to do all these rotations to help with assimilation. help with the digestion. Then swinging that upper arm around, drop your back heel again, and now we come up into warrior 4. So you're rotating your hips to the side. Turn your head, look up at that upper arm. And this time, keeping your back heel on the ground if you can. If you can't, lift it back up again. And then you take that left hand to the ground, keep the back heel down, and reach up again. A little bit more intense. Swinging the right arm around, come up, reach, straighten the leg, slide the back leg in a little bit so that the arch of the back foot lines up with the front heel, and go right into Trikonasana. Use a block, or you can take your hand to the floor, or you can take it to the shin. If your hand or the block or using the block is on the floor, you want to be on the baby toe side of the foot, lean back. Then swinging the arm around and stepping back into down dog. Shift forward plank, then lower. Lift up Bhujanasana and take it back, Adho Mukha Savasana. Good, hold it there for a few breaths. And then picking up the left leg and stepping forward, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, open up. Looking down that middle left finger. Back hand swings around and you lift your back heel up, high lunge, and then rotate the torso towards the front leg. Then swinging the upper arm around, drop your back heel again and come up into Warrior 4. Keep bending that front knee. And turn your head and look up at the upper arm. Then this back hand comes around again, but this time see if you can keep your back heel down. If you can't, that's okay. You can lift it and then open up, rotate again. Bigger rotation. Then swinging the upper arm around, come back up again. Lift, you want to straighten the front leg, pull your back leg in so you're lining up the arch of the back foot with the heel of the front foot. Reach, get length, and then lower into Trikonasana. Hand at the shin, to the floor, or to a block. Lean back. Then swinging the arm around and step back, down dog. Shifting forward into plank and lower. Lift up Bhujanasana. And we take it back into child's pose again. Big toes together, open up the knees and rest. Completely letting go, let go of your arms. Good. That looks great. So make sure your arms and your shoulders are relaxed. So if you want, you can drop them down to your side body. Awesome. Okay. So at this point, we are going to actually just sit up. You're going to sit up from child's pose. Good. We're going to take our hands and then open them up like this. Can you guys see? Take your hands, open them up. Good. Take your thumbs into the palm of the hand and wrap your fingers over your thumbs. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to take your fists into your belly. Okay. And this is why I send out an email, you guys, talking about breath work. If you have not had breath work done, I would come in and try it because it's mind blowing. For those of you who've taken the semester class at TMCC, you know what I'm talking about because we do the circular breath there. And everybody's always amazed at, I don't really know how to breathe. So, but what we're going to do here is we're going to end up moving our fists around in the belly. We are literally trying to release any kind of tension, you are looking for pain. All right. So there's a little point here. You do not move your fists on the inhale. You only move on all the other parts of the breath, on the exhale and the spaces between the breath. And then the other thing that's happening is you are literally, I'm going to flatten out my feet. I'm literally taking my torso over my fists. Now my knees are separated a little bit. Okay. So the knees are separated a little bit. My fists are in my gut. I'm dropping down. All right. So when I inhale, I am not moving my fists. As soon as I finish my inhale, I start moving my fists around. I'm looking for pain, and you want to stay down, you guys, the whole time. I'm only lifting up so that I can see what you guys are doing. You want to stay down the whole time. You inhale, you stop moving your fists. As soon as your inhale's done, you start moving. Go to the side, go to the lower belly, go to the upper belly. Okay. You want to be moving through the spleen on the left below the ribs. You want to go into the liver on the right below the ribs. You want to go into the large intestines. You want to go up into the stomach. Okay. You want to manipulate, move all of that. Move it. Look for pain. If you have pain in your belly, it's just a sign that you're holding on to tension. It could be mental. It could be emotional. It could be energetic. It could be physical. But it's a holding. Pain in your belly is a sign that you have stagnation. You need to create some movement in there. And this is an amazing Samana practice to help with all of that. Help you digest, help you assimilate, help you integrate. As a result, you will then naturally get rid of what doesn't serve you anymore, mentally, physically, emotionally, energetically, and integrate the rest and use it so that you're able to evolve, grow. We can't help it. That is part of life. There's no end. There's no end. So you keep doing this. You can do this, by the way, you guys. If you're having digestive issues, if you're feeling like you don't want to do this after you eat, you need to be on an empty stomach. But if you've got like large intestines, lower intestine issues, this can really help. It can really help with cramping and all bloating and all that kind of stuff. So you keep going. We've got about 1 more minute. Manipulating, moving your knuckles. Go right into your gut. You want to go deep. You want to go all the way to the spine. Good. And then from there, we're going to slowly come out of it. Awesome. Good. And we come then off of our legs. You're going to take your legs to the right side. Take the top foot into the arch of the bottom foot. Make sure you're sitting up tall and then rotate. Okay. Legs go to the right side. And then you rotate. Look behind you. So we're doing another rotation. And then slowly coming out of that, picking up that leg that's on top. It goes over the other leg. You want to make sure both sit bones are down. So if you need to, grab a blanket, get up on a blanket. Sit up really tall, make sure your pelvis is even. Then you rotate to the other side. Good. From there, release, extend your legs out. And you're going to take your right leg on top of the left. Right leg on top of the left and reach forward. And so you'll feel a little bit of an emphasis on the bottom leg. So it's a little bit bigger stretch for the bottom leg. Good. And then from there, we lift up. And we're going to take our legs now to the other side, to the left side. Top foot goes into the arch of the bottom foot. And then rotate. Looking behind you. And then from there, release. And picking up that leg, go over the other leg. Make sure both sit bones are even. Even out your pelvis. Sit up tall, come up out of the pelvis, and then rotate to the other side. Good. And then from there, release. Straighten out those legs. And now your left leg goes on top of the right. And reach forward. Good. Relax your head. Good. And then from there, we're going to sit up. Okay. So now we're going to go onto our back. I'm going to just stay in this position. But if you want to, you can take your blanket and kind of open it up. I'm going to do that. Like that. Okay. Laying on your back. And you're going to draw your knees into your chest. Like this, 90-degree angle. So you're either going to do this or you're going to do straight legs, but let's start out bent knee. I'll turn and face this way so you guys can see what we're doing. Opening up your arms to the side. Bring back lumbar curve. Good, and you're going to drop your legs to the right side. Turn your head to the left. Come up and go to the left and turn your head to the right. And then do that again. Lift, go to the right, lift, and go to the left. Good, do it again. Lift and go to the right, look to the left, and then lift and go to the left. Look to the right. Good, now then lift and straighten out the legs. And then you're going to drop the legs to the right side. Now, if that's too much, just bend those knees, no problem. And then lift. And then go to the other side. And if it starts to feel too hard, just bend your knees. Hover above the ground. Come back up. Good. Do it again. Going down to the right. Come up. And going to the left. Come up. Going to the right. One last set. And up. And going to the left. And up. Good. And then from there, we're going to bring our feet together into Baddha Konasana. And the arms go above the head. And hold it there. All right, and then releasing out of that, draw your right knee into your chest. Extend the left leg out. Open up that knee to the right side. And then bring it up and take it across the body. Extend your right arm out to the left. Good, release. Drawing the left knee in and extending the right leg. And we'll be doing that again, but with an extended leg. So the left knee comes into the chest. Open up that leg to the left. So opening up wide, your right arm extends. And then bringing it in, taking it across the body and extend the left arm. Turn your head to the left. Bring and releasing that left leg down, drawing the right knee in. So you can do exactly what we just did. The right knee comes into the chest, or you take 2 fingers between the big toe and the second toe, wrap around the big toe, connect those 2 fingers to the thumb. Good. Now you're going to take the arm to the inside of the leg, extend that leg to the outside. So now it's a straight leg. Turn your head to the left. Bringing that leg up and you switch. Now you take your left hand to the baby toe side of the foot. And take your right arm out. Drop the right leg to the left side and keep pushing the foot into the hand to try to straighten it out. Now, if you go totally straight, great. If you can't, don't worry about it, but I do want you to internally rotate, drop the toes down and the heel up. It's a big stretch for the hip as well as the back of that leg. Again, another rotation. And then we release. That leg extends down. Anytime you need to go into that variation that we started out with, no problem. So you're drawing the left knee into the chest. Then opening up, you're going to take 2 fingers between the big toe and the second toe. open up your right arm and then start extending that left leg out to the side. Turn your head to the right. See if you could straighten out that leg, straighten it. Then bending the knee and then pulling it across. Grab the baby toe side, extend your left arm out, take it across, and then drop your toes. Push through the heel. So I'm kind of changing my hand position here to my ankle because I'm not as flexible on this side because I pulled my hamstring, and that's fine. I'm going to hold my ankle, drop the toes, and lift the heel. Still same benefit, big stretch. And then releasing out of that, bringing your feet flat on the floor and pushing up into bridge. Now, watch the knees. Keep them lined up with the front of the hip bone. Pressing your arms underneath you, interlace your fingers, push into the feet, push into your heels, lift a little higher, draw your knees towards each other, lift a little higher. And then we release, the arms go up, the legs lift up, lower the legs and lift the arms, go right into a forward fold. Drop the head, relax. Good, and then lifting up. Now, as you lift up, you're going to grab that right leg, bend the knee, bring it in. Right hand's going to come up and reach for that left foot. Drop. And your right arm goes right in front of the right shin. You go as far as you can go. And take the hand to the lower. And keep pushing with your left hand so that the head goes down toward his knee. If you're a little more flexible, you can grab the fingertips, the hand or the wrist. It's a bound posture. Breathe, 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 breathe into the shoulder. So if you're able to bind, really opens up the trigger point between the spine and the shoulder blade. Helps release tension in the mid back. Good, and then releasing out of that. Now taking that right leg up and it goes over the extended leg. Lift up tall. And then you're going to grab that leg with the left arm and then look behind you. And then release. And now your left leg comes up, straightening out that right leg. Left leg comes up. Reach with the left hand to the right foot and drop your head. Good. Now you're going to take that left hand and it goes in front of the shin. So I'm going to see if I can rotate here to the side without it goofing up. So that arm goes right in front of the shin. Then you turn the thumb, turn, 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 turn. Bend the elbow, go back behind you, push with the right hand down. Or if you're a little more flexible, you grab your fingertips, palm of the hand or the wrist. Keep dropping the head down. Breathe into the back. Good, and then from there, slowly come out of that, pick up the left leg and take that foot over the extended leg, sit up tall and then rotate, grab, rotate. Good, and then releasing out of that, extending both legs, pull your flesh away, right? And then release back into a forward fold. Slow down your breath. Okay, and then from there, we're going to go on to our backs again. Push up into a bridge, counter posturing that forward fold. Good, and then from there, if you need to do another rotation side to side, do that. Otherwise, we're setting up for Shavasana. I want to do a nice long Shavasana tonight. So corpse pose. At the end of the class, one of the most important postures that we do for ourselves is corpse pose, where we lay and we move ourselves into stillness. So you want to bring your arms at your sides, palms up. Let your legs rest out to the corners of the mat. Make sure that you are warm, so cover yourself up with a blanket, and definitely cover your eyes. So one of the things that I want to remind you in Ayurveda and in yoga as well, even though it's not taught so much, right? Because we have a lot of trendy yoga going on, but we do not want to stimulate the senses. How we go out of balance is through our senses. So one of the ways that we can bring ourselves back into balance is by pacifying and calming the senses. So that means not stimulating. That's why I never play music. Plus, I come from a more traditional yoga teacher that did not do that. So no music. No music. We don't need that stimulation. We want to calm everything down. And also covering the eyes really supports the eyes and our ability to take in stimulus through the eyes. It's the most overstimulated sense we have. So you cover the eyes and you shut it down. It's very pacifying, very calming for the nervous system. Letting the breath slow down. And you could do a body scan starting at the top of the head, using your awareness, moving through the body at your own pace, relaxing and softening all sides of the head, all of your facial features. And then letting your awareness move down into the neck and the shoulders, softening, relaxing, down into the arms and the wrist, the hands and the fingers. Continue to soften. And then softening into the torso, starting with the upper part of the torso. Letting your awareness move into all parts of the body and relax. Down into the mid-torso, into the lower torso, feeling that belly soften. Low back, the pelvis softening. The legs then softening, upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, toes. And you're just relaxing, easing and soothing by being still. And then just holding the body there in stillness. Eventually the mind will unwind. So allow the mind, give the body the space to be still and let the mind unwind on its own. You don't have to do anything. You do not have to quiet the mind. You simply need to give the mind the space to become quiet. Subtle breath. Keep relaxing. Softening. Deeper, layer by layer. Your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Slowly, gently roll to your right side. Take a few breaths there. And then bringing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Hands come together and connecting your thumbs to your heart. Good. Anchoring in that stillness. And I want you to identify the very center of the body. So that would be between the right and left sides of the body and between the front and back sides of the body. Where is the center? Where is your very center, your core? In the mind, see yourself and your energy being held there in the center, keeping you integrated, helping you to feel balanced, centered, in harmony. Giving that sense of balance to the rest of your evening, to those that you love, those who are around you, and moving into your sleep from there, balanced, centered. May you have a wonderful evening. Namaste.